What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to talk about a series that I used to do back in the Diz A, and I brought back, and then I'm bringing it back again. So, way back when, I came up with an idea of, instead of just answering your guys' questions on For the Greater Wall as to who would win between this character and that character, I'm like, let's make a show out of it, or a little playlist out of it. I would take two characters from the 40k universe, talk about their strengths, talk about their weaknesses, their weapons, their war gear, any notable feats that they have accomplished in their lifetime, and then I would leave it up to you, the audience, the viewers, to decide via poll. This series is tons of fun to do. The research is awesome because I get to learn new tidbits about, oh, he did this in this campaign. This character killed this guy by choking him out. Or it's just really fun. But the thing that I really enjoyed about these types of battles is that I would always create a scenario. Let's say they're in a Colosseum and you've got Dante against Abaddon, and just recreate what I think would happen between the battle of these two guys. And this was really fun, really imaginative. However, the thing that kind of made this not so fair, I guess, is that you guys would always vote for the more popular character. For example, in my Cato Sicarius versus Emotech battle, a lot of you guys didn't even know who Emotech was. He was a notable character for the Necrons. Obviously, the Necrons have vastly superior weapons and war gear. He can heal himself with his microdermis of the Necrons and all that stuff, the necrodermis. Now obviously, Sicarius has a lot of things in favor. One, he's a space marine. Space marines are popular. And two, he is an ultramarine. Ultramarines are like the poster boy for 40k. So obviously, much more people are going to know about a space marine, ultramarine, and they're going to vote for him, regardless of who his opponent was. And that's when things kind of, you'd see a lot of people in the comments be like, well, he shouldn't have won because this character is vastly, he can outsmart him, or he has warp powers. It wouldn't even be like a battle. And so that's when I decided to change things up again for Season 2. Season 2, it was more of a lore-based winner. However, I would still have the polls, so you guys would still be able to vote, and therefore, after I came up with a scenario and I come up with the winner, I'd talk about who won the popularity contest, and I'll give you other examples of how that person could have came out on top. So, for example, say the Cato Sicarius versus Emotech. Say the Necron would have won. Now I'd talk about how maybe Sicarius would be able to throw a void grenade or something like that. That kind of instance. Giving you guys kind of more scenarios to see who actually would have won, or what if scenarios to see how they can get around like the Necron's recovery abilities and stuff like that. And now I'm back at it again to bring you following battles, because near the end of Season 2 it started to go a little bit more broad. At first I was just pitting two characters against each other, and then we decided to go more like group based. We did a Gretchen mob against a squad of Nurglings. That was pretty fun because you have multiple people, different scenarios that could happen. And the last one that we did was a Genestealer Aberrant against the Drukhari Grotesque. Not a notable character, like none of these guys have names, just any run-of-the-mill characters going up against each other. So, this is where you guys come back into the mix. This video is going to be all about you. Down in the comments below, I need you to comment a character, a squad, anything that you want to see in the GrimDark battle. So for example, if you want to see a squad of Grey Knights go up against a Bloodthirstier, if you want to see Corvus Corax, a Primarch, go up against 100 guardsmen, let me know down in the comments, and I'll pick the most popular one to be my next GrimDark battle. So, I'll go through the 10 battles that we currently have a playlist up on the channel. That way, if you don't want to see, this same battle play out, or if you want to have like a little bit more of an example of like who's fighting against each other, and here they are. So the first battle we ever did was Commander Farsight against Gaskull Mag Uruk Thraka. That was a fun one. Then we have Abaddon the Despoiler against Chapter Master Dante from the Blood Angels. Then we move on to Eldrad from the Eldar against Azak Ahriman from the Thousand Suns. And then we've got one that I've previously mentioned, Kato Sicarius against Emotech the Stormlord. Next to that, we have Karn the Betrayer against Kaldor Drago. This one is probably my favorite battle so far. If you guys haven't seen any of these, check them out. I'll make sure to put the playlist down at the end of the video and also in the description below. We have the Avatar of Cain against Saint Celestine. And then we've got the Swarm Lord of the Tyranids against Herald Deathwolf. And then we got another one of heavy hitters, the Necron Catan the Nightbringer against the brand spanking new Aldari god, Iniad. Really fun one that one was. And then to round it up, we've got the Gretchen against the Nurglings. And the last one was the Genestealer Aberrant against the Drukhari Grotesque. Really fun playlist here. Go check it out, guys. They're all roughly around 10 minutes. I think the longest one is about 15. So again, the format is I talk about the two characters, their campaigns, weapons, war gear, strengths, weaknesses, and then I put them against each other in a imaginary what-if scenario. Usually it's like a gladiatorial bout. That way, like, outside factors don't really come into play. And then I talk about the outcome, the winner, and then I talk about the results of the voting poll, and I give what-if scenarios as to how this character would have won if it didn't end up the way it did. So check out the videos, guys, and I can't wait to read your comments down below, and expect the video maybe next week, because I'm going to wait a day or two before I go through the comments to pick them out, and then I gotta research it, come up with a scenario, record it, edit it, and then post it. So yeah, give me about a week or so, and we'll be back with more GrimDark battles. At least another 5 before I wait for the next season, so to speak, to start. And yeah, I can't wait to read your comments. This has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll see you in the comments down below.